Warning, proceed with caution. The following program documents the life of a 19-year-old whose hobbies included racing, building cars, and making financial decisions that financial advisors would strongly discourage. No amount of horsepower is ever enough. No racetrack is ever visited enough, and somehow there's always another part to buy.
What's up, worldwide? In the last video, we started stripping the rear interior of this WRX, starting with the rear seats, the seat belts, the seat pillars, the rear deck. It's all gone, and it looks a lot better now. But today, we're going to start stripping the front interior, starting with the rear seats, the B pillars, the A pillars, and whatever else little pieces we can pull out. So, let's get after it. One thing you always need to do, though, before you start touching anything in the front, and especially on newer cars, I know there was no airbags in the rear, so I was A-okay, but there's airbags in the front of the WRX, so you always want to disconnect the battery. I removed my battery earlier because you want it to be disconnected for about 30 minutes before touching anything. But now that I know the battery's disconnected, I feel A-okay working on the front of this car and knowing the airbags won't go off on me. So, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to start by doing is removing these two front seats, starting with the passenger seat. There's only 4 bolts holding these seats in, and they look to be a 12mm. So, let's cue the montage. Done and out. Time for the driver. That took way too long. I don't know if it was someone's butt dust, but whatever was on that cable was not letting it come out. But I finally got it, so we should be able to remove the front seat now. With the seats removed out of the WRX, we have so much more space. Now, I think I'm about to start removing some of the plastic trims all over the car. Ow. Well, you're probably asking what plastic pieces, and I'm talking about like the B pillar, the A pillar, these door panel trims, this center console piece, all of it's gotta go. Starting with the B pillars and the seat belts. Let's get after it. Okie dokie, the B pillars are fully stripped, including the seat belts. And then I started getting carried away with myself with removing the center console here. I need to figure out how to remove the outer shell, but I have already removed this piece which went over the shifter, and this piece that had the mirror control and the parking brake, which I'm probably going to take that mirror control and put it back in, but we'll see later. But next, my main concern is really getting this center console out, and then I might start working on the carpet. I'm not too sure yet where I'm gonna go, but I'll let you know when I do. Let's get this center console out. That was a little difficult, but there were 2 screws here and here. This one was really dirty, so it took me a while to get out. But then there was another one right here, and then 2 more right there. And those were all Phillips head, and it just slid out. Next, I'm gonna try and handle these A-pillars, and then I might try and get the carpet done. But after that, I might call it a day. I need to see where I get. You guys should use this as proof to mod your car with intention. This wired tangled mess. It's not fun. I know the one goes to a lambda sensor on the O2 sensor, but I honestly don't know where the other 2 gauges go, so I guess we'll find out, but I can't figure it out yet until I get this carpet out, so that's what's next. Let's get after it. Now with the carpet out, you can definitely tell it looks a lot cleaner, but it also looks a lot dirtier as well. You can definitely tell that this carpet has been in here all 22 years of this car's life, but we'll get it cleaned up. A couple things that I noticed though is there's a little bit of water sitting here. The carpet was wet too when I pulled it out, so I wonder if it's leaking somewhere. The roof doesn't feel wet, but the floor is definitely wet, so I'm a little scared to see what's under the sound deadening here on both sides. Hopefully it's not rust, but if it is, we'll just get it fixed up. Now our last goal for today is get that A-pillar out, that wiry mess. If I can't figure it out, I'm just gonna cut the wires, but I'm gonna try and look at the ECU kick panel down there and see if I can find the end of the wires. If not, I'm just gonna cut it and then I'll call it a day. So let's get after it. Ay, 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 ay. Who knew that taking this car apart would be so much work? Like, actually so much work. I'm probably like about halfway through now. I still have a lot to do, such as the headliner, the dash, and fix all the problems I have. And then we're gonna put a roll cage in here. But in the next episode, we're gonna be taking apart the dash and taking out the things we don't need and leaving in the things we do need. And then we'll be able to figure out things from there. But until then, until next time.